The Goa Forest Development Corporation GFDC organizes the Goa Cashew Fest. This is the fourth edition of the Goa Cashew Fest. We had a lot of learnings on organic cashew farming among various other sessions.
दर वर्सा प्रमाणे काजू फेस्ट 2026 आनी अंदूचो हो चवथो सिजन तुमी पळयलो आनी असोच हो फेस्ट आमी कवर करता डी गोवाचेर आनी ह्या फेस्ताक अंदूच्या काजू फेस्ताक मेळ्ळे आमचे डी एंकर वेगवेगळे स्टुडंटांक वेगवेगळे पॅनलिस्टांक तशेंच हांगा जमिल्ले वेगवेगळे ऑफिसर्सांक तर आयकुया कितें म्हणटात ते
Sir, our Goan cashew has got the GI tag. Tell our viewers, what does it mean to get a GI tag and what are the advantages?
GI tag for Goan cashew has an advantage for marketing. If Goan cashews have got the GI tag means it is a kind of a recognition for Goan cashew nuts. So that the farmers also will gain a platform. Yes, this is the GI tagged, and then they will take the advantage while marketing their produce, so that they will be sure. Yes, this is going to give me a good ensure market in future, and the processors also will have the advantage. Yes, it has got GI tag, and this is the original Goan cashew. So these are the advantages for both producers and the processors and the traders. All these three stakeholders will gain advantage of this GI tag for promoting this product both at national and international platforms.
Thank you, sir, and thank you for your services to the Goan community and the Goan agricultural community.
कॅश्यू फेस्ट 2026 हांगा आमचे टॅक्निकल सेशन जालें आनी ताका बरोच एक मुद्दो तुमी सर मांडिल्लो म्हणजे ऑर्गेनीक फार्मींग हाच्या बद्दल तर आमी जाणा जावंक सोदता की तुमच्या कॉलेजीन जे रिसर्चाच्या हितून ऑर्गेनीक फार्मिंगाच्या हितून जिवामृत हो एक टॉपीक आयिल्लो ताज्या बद्दल जाणूंक सोदता
Jivamrut is nothing but it is a combination of the cow dung and then the cow urine and a little bit of the bacterial consortium and then little bit of the basin and then little bit of milk and then the jaggery. Why these things to be added in addition with the cow dung is to support the growth of the particular bacteria. So now we prepare this Jivamrut, we also prepare the Bijamrut. Our students prepare it and then sell it to different farmers. And then whatever income they get, it is the profit is shared among them. So in the process, what we do is we try to give them the knowledge on the organic products, how to formulate it, and then provide them skill-based education so that they can establish their own unit when they go out of our organization. And then they get intensive training on how to write a program or the project on the vermicomposting or preparation of the Bijamrut or the Jivamrut. And then when they come out, they have that ability to find out the financial viability, what should be the size of the vermicompost unit, what should be the production, what is the input cost, what is the output cost, and what is the exact benefit cost ratio. So once they are taught all these aspects, they start producing it.
Award-winning Goan cashew farmer Angelo Barreto. Angelo, when you won this award, what was it for?
It was basically for growing cashew very intensively because yes, a lot of people have much larger plantations, but then I was selected by ICR because of the model practices that I practiced for growing cashew, and besides that the different varieties that I have, okay, and they felt that I was following a lot of practices that they sort of try and promote to the farmers.
For our viewers, what are the organic practices that you use and that certification that you also received?
Organic practices, there aren't many organic practices. As I just said, most of the cashew in Goa is organic, but the main thing that sets us apart is that we irrigate cashew, which very few farmers actually do. Cashew is normally grown as a wild tree, just to protect slopy lands from erosion and things like that. Of course, later it was exploited for the nature of the nuts, for the premium it carries and all those things. So practices as per se there aren't much, but except that we wherever which were rain fed also we formed basins and things like that, to collect the runovers of nutrients and all from the soil. So we got into that practice.
Do you think platforms like this, like the one that you were today on the Goa Cashew Fest, the panels, will they help farmers in any way?
Yes, it would help because, to tell you frankly, like even Urrak and Feni and all that a couple of years back was not known much. It was more of a peasant's drink. Today it's become a very niche drink, which a lot of not only affluent Goans, a lot of outsiders, forget the tourists, even international tourists are beginning to like. So we should, exploit all these areas, and I think these are the right sort of platform and forums to express our feelings about this crop, which is an integral part of Goa. It's a ethos of Goans basically. Cashew. You say mangoes, nobody, okay, Goan mangoes, they are very good, but when you say cashew, immediately Urrak, Feni, Goa, that's synonymous with Goa.
Welcome, ma'am, for this Cashew Fest 2006. So, what do you think of cashew in terms of seasonal fruit? So,
Honestly speaking, for me, it was just the nut and the nut and the nut because it has such a superb taste. And we were grown up with the fact that you use cashew nuts as a treat because they were a little expensive. But over a period of time involved in my food, I came to realize, especially when somebody turned around and told me, you can make a sorpatel out of cashew apple. And I just looked at that chef and I said, are you sure? Because being a food critic, I'm very particular about what goes in my mouth. And he turned around and he says, you try it out, you won't find the difference. Compared, you won't even miss the meat. And he had used the two colors of the cashew apple inside. It was slightly crunchy, but that astringent taste and the soft mellow feel, it melts in the mouth. I'm the founder of the Goa Culinary Club, and we've got about maybe 30 chefs on board. And we pick them up for their creativity because we have these meetings and they talk. And every season we talk about how we can use that particular preparation and find out a way in which we could do it commercially so that more people can understand, especially it's ours, it's from Goa. And last year, the first inkling of how we could use the cashew apple, and honestly, I had that cashew apple in the meeting and I'm sitting there with it, quite firm, without the nut. And I said, all right, let's put our think tank and caps and think of how we can use this cashew apple. And I said, just think randomly. These are the ingredients that go with it. You know what happens with most of us? We get bogged down at recipes. The first thing we say, can I have a recipe? A recipe doesn't allow you to think laterally. And the most creative dishes can come out if we just say, these are the ingredients which go well with a cashew apple, and this is what we can really perform.
ma'am, your last message for this Cashew Fest 2026?
I think it's a beautiful initiative which is taken. I can actually feel the fervor and the Muntana zing about exploring and showcasing something which I feel is unique to Goa. I know it's come from America, but South America, but I believe that it is more Goan than you can ever think of because Portuguese brought this tree for deforestation to save soil erosion, but we Goans have found a use for it. And this celebration nearly 500 years later, I think it's an excellent idea.
Salvita was a panelist at the technical session today on cashew being a fruit that we can use in modern cooking and in traditional cooking. Salvita, tell me, you spoke about how your mother and your grandmom used cashew for medicinal purposes, and even you have come out with a new dish. Can you tell us all about it, Salvita?
The new dish is a preparation similar as cashew apple vindaloo,
Okay.
and also a kaldin mixed with reshad masala with pado, that is raw mango, and it tastes awesome.
So this is something you have tried new with the cashew apple. And traditionally, what did you use the cashew apple and the fruit for?
Yes, my grandmom used to make a wet water pickle in brine, the whole cashew apple in brine, and for flavor, she used to use fenugreek seeds and red chili. Yes.
So you have kind of imbibed all her the chefing skills from her. So do you use any of these ingredients in your cooking currently?
Yes, I do use. I do use. I do prepare. That is my experiment. I do prepare mandos made with fermented with cashew apple juice. That's Nero. That's used for fermentation.
So is that a dessert or it's, I mean it is a
It is a dessert which is generally served during rose ceremony.
yes.
The mandos with rice, jaggery, and coconut.
Okay. And do you take part in a lot of these events that come up so that we can see your preparation and taste it? Not only see, taste it.
Yes, with this program, henceforth, I would definitely like to take part.
Okay.
Yes.
And Salvita, being in this field of culinary experimentation or in the food industry, what is your kind of take on the new concepts of food with cashew being used, and how do you use it even further?
Yes, it's lovely when the discussion took place and when the panelists discussed about the different uses of cashew. It was very interesting. Also, interesting fact is about how it can be used in biscuits, in confectionaries. That was the most interesting thing.
स्वप्ना सरदेसाय ही आपल्या रेस्टॉरंटा खातीर फामाद आसा जी जावन आसा कोकम करी आनी मुद्दाम तांचें रेस्टॉरंट वचपा सारकें आसा कित्याक वेगवेगळी डीश जी गोंयची खास करून सारस्वत डीश तुमच्या आमकां दिसता रेस्टॉरंटांत मेळटा तर म्हाका सांगात तेज्या बद्दल की आमी सपोज गोंयकार किंवा गोंया भायले लोक तुमच्या रेस्टॉरंटान येता तेन्ना चड करून कसली डीश तुमची फामाद आसा तांची
म्हजें रेस्टॉरंट इज फेमस मेनली बिकॉज आमी पारंपारीक खाणां आनी जेवणां दितात लोकांक सो आतांच्या काळान कितें जालां एवरीबडी इज व्हेरी बिजी इन देयर वर्क स्केड्युल्स वॉट एवर सो डुईंग थिंग्स द हार्ड वे आनीक डिशीज दॅट टेक अ लॉट ऑफ टायम कोणाक करपाक वेळ नासता सो आमी ही जे हेirloom हेरिटेज रेसिपीज ज्यो आसात ज्यो आमच्यो आज्यो नाजाल्यार आवयो करताल्यो त्यो लोकांक मेळच्यो आनी खावपाक ते रूच उरची लायक सो दॅट इज माय होल पर्पज ऑफ स्टार्टींग द रेस्टॉरंट सो इन कांदोळे आनी पणजे दोनी कडेन आमी हेरिटेज रेसिपीज गोंयच्यो दितात एस्पेशली सारस्वत
एक लास्ट मॅसेज तुमचो ह्या काजू फेस्ताक
I think Devya Rane ji is doing a fabulous job about reviving, these forest recipes, kazu, just, our amche je core this values of Goan, amche te yeah sapak, what do you call it, dyes of Goa. They bringing it, showcasing it to the world. I think she's doing a wonderful job. Hats off.
At the Goa Cashew Fest here, we caught up with two students of the Goa College of Agriculture. Hi, welcome to DD Goa. Introduce yourself and tell us from where you are.
I am Prutha Desai. I live in Navelim, Madgaon.
I am Uttam Hudli and I am from Ponda.
As students of agriculture, what learnings did you get in from today's sessions?
We got to know and got a good informative information about organic farming in cashew industry, and also we got to know about different export import information regarding cashew nuts, and also it was a great session as a student because you get more exposure from other scientists and other people who have good experience in this industry.
Other than your curriculum, do you all have like internship? Do you have to meet farmers? Something on those lines?
Yeah, on our final year, we have this program called RAVE, Rural Agriculture Work Experience. In that, from June to August or September, we have to work with farmers. We have hands-on training with them. Basically, we live in allotted villages along with our group, and during those time we have to make a survey or reports, and also conduct different demonstrations regarding different activities. Like for example, one activity that we performed, that was about honeybees, and secondly about it was jivamrut making. So we gather people whenever farmers are available, and we show them how we can conduct this kind of experiments.
The technical sessions may be over of the Goa Cashew Fest, but the music, the food, the fun, and the entertainment continues here in Panjim. Do join us on DD Goa for the Goa Cashew Fest. All the highlights, all the events happening right here in Panjim.